Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. And as has become pretty much rule of thumb this week, I'm going to be talking about news a couple of days late. Today I'm going to be talking about news that Haas have confirmed their 2021 lineup, with Mick Schumacher being confirmed alongside Nikita Mazepin. I've done a video on Mazepin already, you can find it in the description below. But it's quite interesting because it means that they're going to have two people that, in theory, could do the young driver test in Abu Dhabi, alongside, you know, the very renowned young driver Fernando Alonso. Brilliant. But yeah, I'll talk about that in another video, about Alonso for some reason being counted as a young driver despite being twice the age of most of them and a double world champion in said sport, when you're supposed to only be able to qualify if you've done less than 2 Grand Prix. But yeah, let's have a bit of a discussion about this lineup. It looks like Schumacher could be quite promising. The only problem is that he's never really gotten to a series on the first time around. It's usually the second time around that he starts to have some skill, and in the first season he tends to have some promise, but also some problems. So I think the next season is not going to be a particularly great year for Haas. It's not necessarily to do with the car, though the car, of course, is still going to be just an evolution from the VF20, with maybe some minor changes here or there for it. But the next season Haas car will have 2 rookies who are bringing in a lot of money, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to say that they're pay drivers, because of course most drivers in the sport these days are pay drivers for some way, shape or form. But the main thing is to talk about how, well, instead of them being pay drivers, how does their pay merit their drive or the team? For Mazepin it's easy, the kind of money that he's going to be bringing in through his dad. For Schumacher, it's because he's coming in with the kind of reputation of being a Schumacher. He's also a Ferrari Junior driver, which is because there was so much of a want for him because he showed talent in Junior Series. Maybe that is also genetic. Maybe it's also the fact that he has just been brilliant at it. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's because he is the son of Michael. That has helped, but I would like to think that if he still had a kind of profile that wasn't necessarily attached to the other 7-time world champion in F1 history, I think that, yeah, I think that he'd still make it to F1. He still need the funding, of course, but I think he'd be able to make it. That said, I do think that you're not going to get some great results out of those two in 2021. I think you're going to have to wait till 2022. That's just based off of how their junior form has been. Not necessarily based off of how Haas has been, though the fact that they are not necessarily going to have a great car next season, because of course, rule freezes and so on, it could mask some of the problems they're having adapting to the sport. But those are all my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around. Bye for now.